So, I was going to be doing this video next week because I wanted to start the whole weight loss journey thing again, but something awesome happened this weekend, and so I thought I'd start by telling you about that, and then next weekend I can then get back to the weight loss wizard journey of dreams. So, this weekend, Phil Rudd, stag do. I was meant to be on it. We organised it a long time ago. You know Phil Rudd, he's been in this video before. Abs of steel, chest of steel, good guy, ideas. He invited us on stag do, had a look around to see which of my friends were going because Phil lives quite far away, or originally lived quite far away from us. So I didn't know who was actually going to be on the stag do. So turned out that I knew his brother, I knew Phil, and the other guy that was coming from our area was Johnsy. Again, abs of steel, chest of steel, arms of steel, face of steel. Because I was going with Johnsy, we agreed to get the airplane from Gatwick rather than Bristol, which is a bit stupid because we live about 20 minutes away from the Bristol airport. We live about 2 hours and 20 minutes away from Gatwick. But anyway, went for the Gatwick airport. Took the journey on Thursday night, me and Johnsy, straight after work. Got to the airport, checked in, gave our bags, happy days. And then we went to meet Phil, Durant, Ed and Matt, all at their what's it called, hotel, so that we could have a few pints with them. A few pints turned into about 7 pints. Got a taxi back to Crown Plaza, our hotel, slept, woke up at 6 AM the next morning, ready to get the flight. Happy days. Got our car, drove it to long stay car park at Gatwick, and that was about 75 quid for leaving it there for 3 days. And 75 quid's not too bad if you're leaving it there for all 3 days. Left the car park, got the shuttle to the airport. In the airport we had 2 pints or so. Yeah, well, I had just under 2 pints. And from there we realised we were running a little bit late. So we had to run, it was about a mile from where we were to our gate, and all of us, all running along, all the new stag do guys I just met that morning, running along. They board, and I'm the last one in the queue. Hand over my boarding pass, happy days. Hand over my passport, and he's like, "Oh, sir, I'm going to have to have a look at this passport." Flick through, and there was a couple of pages that are a bit scrappy. The reason they were a bit scrappy is because the week before, my dog, Henry, had chewed it. So, flashback to the week before. I'm in the office talking to the girls at work, and they're saying, talking about the stag do coming up, they say, "Oh, I don't know how it came onto the subject of passport." I said, "Henry chewed my passport." Showed him a photo, and one of them's like, "Whoa, Dan, you can't fly. You need to make sure that your passport is in pristine condition, otherwise they won't let you on the plane." So, she got in contact with one of her friends who was in immigration. Her immigration friend said, as long as the back page is intact, the e-chip number is intact, you'll be okay to fly. So that was okay. Check the back page, happy days, hunky-dory. Flash forward to the man in the queue. He was a short guy, bold, probably from Senegal, I think. And he had broken English, and we were trying to communicate. My Senegalese isn't fantastic, his English wasn't fantastic, but he said, "I'm sorry, sir, but..." I don't know how Senegalese people speak, but it was something like, "I'm sorry, sir, but you cannot fly on this plane because your passport. Let me speak to my manager." So his manager came over. He too was short and bold, but he was from... I don't know where he was from. But he too couldn't speak English very well, so we're having a bit of a communication problem. And so, hold on, can you hear Henry? He's barking in the next room. Anyway, he's a little, because he was the one who ruined my weekend. So, he said, "I'm sorry, sir." I think he was Indian. But again, my Indian isn't fantastic. And his English wasn't fantastic, so no one's fault. But couldn't communicate with him properly. And he said, "Sorry, sir, you're not going on this plane." I was like, "What? You've got to be kidding me. I've got to be on the... Obviously, I'm going on the plane." He's like, "No, sorry, sir. You cannot get on the plane." And he handed back my passport. That was it. No help, no nothing, no This is where you need to go, this is what you can do, this is what you do about it, here's a number to call, here's who you can see, here's how we can help you. It was just, sorry. Everyone then boarded the plane apart from me. They all tried coming back off, they were heroes, but I said no, go on and have a glorious time and I'll try and catch up with you. In the meantime, I then had to walk the mile back to the departures lounge, trying to figure a plan of what to do for the next couple of days. One plan was to literally just drive home. The other plan was to get a taxi or a plane, flipping out, a helicopter, no, not a helicopter, a train to Victoria, which was about half an hour, 40 minutes away, get a new passport, come back, get a new flight, and then meet the boys out in Valencia again. And so as I was walking back through the terminal, I thought that was the best plan. Called up the passport control. It was just an automated crappy system that just went round in circles. Tried logging on the internet, that wouldn't work. So eventually I thought, I'm just going to have to go to Victoria. So I'm now in the departures lounge and I'm not officially allowed to be there because I'm neither travelling or staying. So I had to go and speak to the ladies on EasyJet on the plane, on the desk. And they said, they were just wetting themselves and they were just laughing their heads off at my misfortune. Anyway, they sat me down and said, you're going to have to wait here for about an hour, and then after an hour, we'll come and pick you up, walk you back through the terminal, and then you'll be free to go. So, well, I've got a plane in about, I've got a train in about 10 minutes, and I need to get to Victoria so I can get my passport, come back, go on a new plane, meet the boys, get drunk. She's like, no, you're going to have to wait for an hour because we need to collect all the other people in the terminal that also couldn't get on their planes. So I'm sitting there waiting, about half an hour goes by, and we've now got a rabble of people all waiting to go back to where they need to be. It was the most depressing group of people ever. There was one guy on his own, livid, one family, an elderly couple, everyone had missed their plane for one reason or another. Anyway, we're walking the mile back through to the right part of the airport, and then she eventually lets us go. From there, I had to work out how to get to Victoria, because I have no idea where or what I'm doing. I'm on my own with a suitcase and I'm dressed ready for Valencia in freezing cold England. Walking back through, eventually find the train, get on the train. Train's a 40-minute ride, and then I pull up into Victoria and I start wondering where the hell I'm going from Victoria. All I've got on me is my phone. I've got no cash card because that's gone. I literally couldn't find it the night before. So all I've got is my Apple Pay, and then also my Monza card, which I've forgotten my PIN for. So I'm walking through through Victoria train station, looking for where to go. I think we're about 10 minutes away from the immigration office or the passport control place. Just walking there, loving the London traffic, what a day. And eventually I find the passport control. There's a new man waiting at the passport control, and he's a Cockney guy, very short again, lots of gel in his hair. And he's like, hello, governor. How are you? And I was like, well, I'm not doing very well. I've somehow got to get back to Valencia and I need a new passport today. Oh, sorry, geezer, you are not going to be able to because of some reason. And I was like, oh, you're joking me. Just been in the passport office and it's a no from them. They can't turn it around for a whole week, so they're not going to be able to give me a passport today, and so there's no flight to Valencia. I've now got to get another train back to the airport to then take a 2.5 hour drive back to Bristol. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Back to Victoria, back on the train, get the train back to Gatwick. Now heading back to London Gatwick, and guess what? And then I'm in the wrong terminal because obviously everything's outbound from where I need to be, but I need to go and get my car in the long stay car park. Eventually work out how to get back to the long stay car park, get to the car park, and then I'm now back in my car ready for the 2.5 hour drive home. Driving forever, and I'm so thirsty I've had to pull into the hard shoulder, stop and get my bottle of water from the boot because I'm dying. I've literally never seen anything like this in my life. It just keeps going up and up, the time on the sat-nav, and it keeps going up past an hour. And now it's taking me to Bristol. Every time it's like, oh, try this way. And then I go that way, and then it just adds on another 10 minutes. It's killing me. It's killing me. And we're home. Left about 5.5 hours ago, 4.5 hours ago, 5 hours. And just got home. What a Friday. Not quite the drink of the stag do, but is drink nevertheless. Cheers, stag doers. Cheers, Phil.